Welcome to NHK's Radio English Conversation Program. I'm Marcia Krakauer.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Clark. We're here to enjoy learning English together. Soup carts.
It's lunchtime. Larry, an assistant producer, is trying to persuade Joel to join him for a bite to eat.
I'm starving. Let's grab some lunch.
I'm really swamped here. You go without me.
Come on. How about that burger joint?
Takes too long. I'd rather get this done.
Well then, what about the agency canteen?
That food gives me heartburn.
You are so stressed out, Joel. Give yourself a break.
Maybe you're right. I might be more productive if I stepped outside.
Now you're talking.
But whatever we do for lunch, it's got to be quick.
Great. There's that fast food place around the corner.
No way! Those lines are ridiculous.
Yeah, but they move fast.
It's a bit too hectic for me. I don't need more stress in my life.
I've got it. Why don't we try out that soup cart on Broadway?
A large cup of mulligatawny wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, and it's outside, so we can get a little fresh air.
Not a bad idea, Larry.
Let me grab my jacket before you change your mind.
Your persistence has paid off. I'll meet you at the elevators.
As they stand in line at a food cart, their good mood turns sour.
I can't believe I'm standing in line for a street vendor.
Yeah, but this guy's soup must be pretty good.
Listen, this is going to take all day.
So what else are you in the mood for?
Anything that's fast.
Take your pick. There's hot dog, gyro, kebab.
I guess I could go for a hot dog.
At least there's no line.
Going on a diet.
Missy is eating lunch at her desk as Amy walks by.
Salmon. What a great idea for lunch. Did you get it from the corner deli?
No, I brought it from home. I'm on a diet.
It's nice to know you're making healthy changes in your lifestyle.
I guess.
Well, eating fish seems like a sensible approach.
Frankly, this diet makes no sense to me.
But you're losing weight, aren't you?
I've lost 8 pounds in 2 weeks.
Then what's there to complain about?
I'm on that low-carb diet. You know, the one everybody's talking about.
Oh, that latest diet. No bread, no pasta, no potatoes.
Yeah, carbohydrates are difficult to metabolize.
How does that help weight loss?
Theoretically, without carbs to process, the body burns off fat faster.
I see. Maybe I'm dense, but I still don't see your problem.
The problem with this diet is that, well, it's just gross.
Why? Your salmon looks delicious.
This morning, I had a cheese omelette thick with sausage.
I love eggs and sausage, don't you?
Not day after day. It's just so heavy and greasy.
Well, why can't you just vary what you eat?
With what? I can't have orange juice or toast or any kind of cereal.
That does sound somewhat extreme. It can't be too healthy.
How can it be? Without any fruit and all that excess fat?
Then why are you still on it?
It works. Look at me. I'm a size smaller.
How long do you intend to keep this up?
Until I can fit back into my old jeans from college.
Well, if you can eat fish, you can always have sushi.
More like sashimi. I'm off rice until this diet's over.
My therapist.
Amy and Lise are enjoying lunch when Lise looks at her watch and realizes she's late for an appointment.
Look at the time. I'm late for my session.
Are you still in therapy? Aren't you cured yet?
You make it seem like I'm sick or something.
Well, why do you need to go to a therapist?
To work through my issues.
I just don't get it, Lise. You're the sanest person I know.
I've never been very good with transitions. When I first moved to New York, I was a real mess.
I remember you were going through a rough time. Well, at least you found a doctor you're happy with.
And I certainly had a lot of therapists to choose from.
Right. What are there, like 10 therapists for every New Yorker?
So, going back to your question, that's how it all began.
I see why you began, but why continue?
I must admit, I really look forward to my weekly therapy sessions.
But it must be so expensive.
The fee isn't exactly cheap, but it's worth it.
Tell me, Lise, what goes on in these sessions?
I talk, he listens. Come on, Amy, haven't you ever been in therapy?
It may come as a surprise, but no. I talk to you when I need a sympathetic ear.
Lise finishes up the session with her therapist, Dr. Good.
That's it for this week, Lise. Our session is over.
Thanks, Doctor. Once again, this was my most productive hour all week.
I'm glad you feel that way. I find that most patients benefit from cognitive therapy.
I was just explaining that to a friend of mine.
I love the way you New Yorkers openly discuss your therapists.
We don't just discuss, we brag.
Working on the weekend.
As Marco runs out of the house, he bumps into Jack, who's just coming through the door. Sorry, I'm going to miss your baseball game today.
It's okay, Dad. It's just a scrimmage.
My first week on the job, and already I'm working Saturdays.
What kind of assignment is it?
Something about the youth market.
Can't it wait until Monday?
No one wants to work the weekend less than me.
But you know what they say. If you don't come in Sunday...
Right. Don't bother showing up on Monday.
Do you suppose this is going to be a regular thing?
I sure hope not. This really eats into our time together.
Don't worry, Dad. I'm sure you'll find a way to make this up to me.
At the office.
Marco, I'm glad you made it in.
I'm missing my kid's scrimmage for this.
Oh dear. Is he crushed?
He'll live. Even so, I'm not too crazy about being here.
Me too. I hate to work weekends, but I wanted to get a jump on things.
Well, since we're here, let's get down to business.
Our assignment is on a snowboarding company called Apocalypse.
Ah, so that's the youth angle you were talking about.
Yeah, but snowboarding only attracts a narrow segment of the market.
It's a Generation X kind of thing, for kids with extreme lifestyles.
Our ad campaign has got to be really fresh, authentic.
So this is how we get to spend our weekends, thinking up clever commercials about enjoying leisure time.
Doing the laundry.
Joel meets his concierge, Edward, as he cuts through the lobby on the way to the laundry room in the basement of his apartment building.
Laundry day, Mr. Schwartz?
No week is complete without a trip to the laundry room, Edward.
You should be aware that all the dryers are on the blink this weekend.
No!
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Why wasn't I informed?
We posted a notice in the lobby.
This is just great. Now I'm stuck with this sack of dirty clothes.
There's a new coin-operated laundry around the corner.
That's for college kids.
You need clean clothes, don't you, Mr. Schwartz?
That's for sure.
And you'd better have enough change. They're all coin-operated machines.
Would you happen to have 20 quarters for a 5?
I'm afraid I can't help you. Try the newsstand next door.
At the coin-operated laundry, Joel picks a washing machine next to a woman.
Perfect. I left my detergent back at the apartment.
That machine over there dispenses detergent.
I don't have that many quarters on me.
It takes bills, 1s, 5s, whatever.
Joel reluctantly begins to load all of his clothes into the machine at once.
It's none of my business, but don't you separate the whites from the darks?
I just want to get this over with.
Haven't you ever been to a coin-operated laundry before?
I usually do this in the privacy of my building's basement.
If you're willing to pay by the pound, they'll wash it for you at the laundry shop on the next corner.
My kitchen towels, my underwear, everything?
Anything. And they'll even fold them for you, if you pay extra.
No price is too steep. I'm out of here.
Marcia, one of the fields in which New York is a leader is the media, of course. I'd say in the U.S. it's second only to Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Well, both towns are places with a lot of change in terms of who lives there and what type of lifestyles they have. And this is very much reflected in the media, wouldn't you say?
Yes, television programs have become quicker in picking up changes in how people live. Jeff, remember the character in the TV series Murphy Brown?
I'm not sure. Was that the program in which a single working woman decides to have a child?
Yes. It later became a controversial program because Vice President Quayle denounced it, saying this is how the media degrades family values.
Yeah.
He obviously only had the two-parent nuclear family structure in mind.
Which actually isn't the kind of family structure that most Americans belong to nowadays. In fact, in my own immediate family, 4 people have been single parents at some time. So I disagree with Mr. Quayle. Denying reality doesn't strengthen the family.
And more, the reality is that we live in a multicultural and diverse society.
Yeah.
In fact, in many cities across the United States, African Americans and Latinos, the so-called minority groups, are now a majority.
Yeah.
So I have no objection to showing different cultures and alternative lifestyles on mainstream media, including alternatives to the traditional family structure. In fact, Jeff, I think informing about different lifestyles and views about issues should be one of media's main responsibilities.
Yeah, I agree in a way, but, I'm a little bit skeptical. I mean, not every lifestyle is a good one. And often TV programs and movies promote consumerism and conformity rather than real cultural diversity.
But that doesn't mean the media can't encourage awareness of diversity and tolerance. Look at how the children's program Sesame Street successfully incorporated ideas of diversity and alternative lifestyles in their program.
That's true.
Just think, Jeff. One of the characters insisted on living in a garbage pail.
I'll pass on that. So let's move from the garbage pail to higher education.